Yes.
Hey, hey.
What did he say? He said something dumb. What did he say?
Who's
That James Hollingsworth.
Why are you trying to look at it? You ain't
I
supposed
can't
to look
read
at
that far away, but I know that.
that? What's up, everybody? This is Isaac, and we are back at the shack. It's been a whole minute seeing some of these people, and one person I've only got to meet him maybe once or twice. I'm talking about James Hollingsworth, gentleman I've had here at the studio. Also here at the studio, working on the same project with Texas Trouble.
Hey,
Also right here. Also right here. Let me get the cameras going. And of course, the new gentleman who I've only met briefly at a party, and then maybe just on Facebook. I'm talking about my boy Keaton. I'm about to call you your daddy's name. Keaton, everybody. What's up, folks?
Howdy.
Hey.
I'm just I'm trying to figure this thing out, and I'm trying to figure. My phone is frozen. Is it frozen?
No.
Well, I'll have to check here in a second. But anyway, just trying to figure this thing out, and all at the same time while hosting it. But I think it's a lot more fun that way. That way, it's just us. We can just talk, and I get to really see what's been going on. I see y'all been playing, bro. At least I know you've been playing a whole minute. I mean, at least a little bit, brother.
Been trying to, yeah.
Where all have you been playing at here in Waco, or is it just Waco, or where?
So TMC's got me a couple times. They're good folks over there. They got me over there at Twisted Sisters. They've had me come up there to Twisted Sisters a couple times. Mayberries. My bread and butter is outside of Waco, right up there west, Tokyo. And
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And not to mention people around West and Tokyo, they know real, organic country music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
there's variety of music for everybody out there, but right there is the root of it in the heart of Texas.
That's right.
You know what I'm talking about? It is literally in the heart of Texas, and you got to have real country if you're gonna play here. In the heart of Texas at least.
You gotta be able to play swing. That's
Right,
what-
I'm telling so.
I like swing.
Is that what you've been trying to get into here lately?
Yeah. No, that's what I started out doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But tell me, brother. While I try to figure out a couple things back here, but go ahead.
So like Texas swing is what I originally started out with doing the Rolling Brazos band. I'd call ourselves Southern Soul and Texas Swing, and I did that for a while and then changed it to my own name, but it still stays the same. So these folks, they really like Bob Wills, Waylon Jennings, and all that.
Oh, is that what you were into as a kid? Is that how that
Well,
happened?
no,
or-
I have a variety of what I actually like listening to, but that's what, when I picked up a guitar and started writing, I found that it was easier to go by the old man rules, the 1, 3, and 5, going by those old number rules,
Right.
and it just fell in.
And dude, that's very complex for a young gentleman like yourself. I mean, the number system alone sometimes can throw people off, but especially in swing, and you got to have it in swing. You got to know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, like the twos, the twos, and also the threes can be either or.
Yeah.
It can be major, it can be minor, dominant seventh. It depends how they're writing, and it works either way. How about you, Tanika, or Texas T? Excuse me. I'm calling you that because I know you as a friend.
Yeah.
And we've gotten to work together here lately,
Yeah.
and man, I'm complimenting you on what you've been doing. You're a good songwriter. I
Thank
like
you.
you can whenever start rolling, you can really belt out those notes.
Right.
And so how do you start your whole journey in guitar? Was it younger days and latter days? How did it come about?
Yeah. Okay. So I got my first guitar when I was 12. I did not know how to play it at all, but it went everywhere with me, and I just made a lot of noise being a kid. Went to the restroom with me everywhere. I just held on to it everywhere I went.
Right.
Until I was like 14, 15.
And
About then I
so-
started trying
so-
to play.
Who were you listening to? That time?
Well, I grew up listening to rock because
Oh.
it was whatever my dad listened to.
Okay, that's what.
Well, which I favored rock too. So
Right.
yeah. So
Anybody in your family in the music, or how did it come about? Because you said you had it with you.
yeah.
Had-
I have a second cousin, and he played guitar when I was little, but he played like the old country. definitely not the stuff I listen to, but
Right.
that probably inspired me a little bit,
That's what's up.
too. So yeah,
But country is in there somewhere for sure, right?
definitely didn't grow up listening to it.
Really?
Like the country I heard was from him playing country.
Ah, got you. Hey, well, that's what's up. No, it is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah,
is.
it wasn't until like after I like graduated high school that I would kind of tolerate it.
Right, right. I got you.
I
Got you.
mean-
So where did you grow up at?
I'd say Bosque County.
Okay,
Just
okay.
kinda
So what
bounced
school did you go to?
Definitely bounced around a bunch.
Oh, did
so-
you? Okay, that's what's up.
That's why I say Bosque County.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. Well, that's
Yeah.
what's up. That's
yeah, but I
what's
did a
up.
little time in Waco, but
Okay.
mostly Bosque County.
So how about writing songs? Because that's a okay. So you got your guitar with you. Eventually, you got to pick it up and play it.
Yeah.
So how'd you figure out how to even tune it
Oh,
or even play it?
well, okay, so I had a little bit of help. Like about the time I started actually trying to play guitar, there wasn't a lot of girls who played.
Right.
So like there was like guys in high school, and they taught me how to read some tab and whatever. And about then I tried. That's whenever it started kind of coming together. But it wasn't until about like 16 I actually started really trying. And growing up, we didn't have internet or anything like that. So at school, I'd print off like some lyrics and chords and stuff like that, and I'd listen. And I'd just try to figure it out.
So how about the rhythm of it, the beat and all that stuff? You just
Yeah, I was definitely
'cause-
trying to
'cause
figure
you
it
get-
out.
yeah. So okay, so now you've got your an idea of what music or playing guitar is kind of supposed to be,
Yeah.
So now songwriting, where did
Mhm.
that part come in?
Okay, so beginning of my songwriting experience, I definitely was writing like books. Like this stuff was like books and had no I don't know, no rhythm going on,
It just showed you
Yeah.
C, D.
No, it was like
G,
it was
or-
like it was like a story. It was
Oh
just a story.
wow, okay.
It was just like a book
I
going
was
on.
not. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so it wasn't until like the first song I ever taught myself was Nirvana About a Girl.
Okay.
And so I seen, okay, he's just repeating himself a bunch. So I was like, all right, that's what I'll do. I'll just repeat this, repeat this, repeat
Right,
this.
right.
And so that's how my songwriting
No,
came
I
about.
hear you.
That's,
It
that's
helped
what
me a
I
lot.
use. So
It helped me a lot as a songwriter too,
yeah,
especially when I was in a teenager.
Mhm.
Teenagers, you're soaking up at least, from a guitar playing, a
Mhm.
guitar player like myself that lived out in the country.
yeah,
I wanted to soak up anything I could, so I wound up becoming a big fan of everything from gospel,
Mhm.
country, rock, blues. But when I say blues, of course, SRV, Steve Ray Vaughan was my favorite. But where did he get a start? And I started trying to absorb, what blues was, and I started really getting into Muddy Waters, stuff like that. Where I'm getting to learning how to write songwriting. He just like or even just when Hendrix did Red House, same thing. He goes, there's a Red House over yonder. I forgot what the word. It's been so long. And then he changes chords to D chord. Boom. There's a red house over yonder. He just repeated what he did just a while ago. And then he does another line. Dun, and I just wait. But so I figured I had to play blues. And that's why I was studying. It's like, okay, a lot of these blues tunes were like, when he'd say something, he would repeat it.
right,
Then finish off that line with something different. It's like, okay. And that it helped me out learning how to write. It
Right,
was what it
yeah,
was, and
yeah,
and that's another way, of course. Listening to every country song with 3 chords. That's how I learn, also.
Yeah.
Just trying to copy dudes. Keaton, what's up, my friend?
Not
I
much.
see you up there. I see you up there in the corner. I was sorry. I was just trying to make myself around. And where are you from, brother?
Waco, Texas.
T-Town.
Right here in Waco.
What school did you go to?
Midway.
Midway. Oh,
That's where I
Panther.
went. Yep.
A Panther. That's what's up. When'd you graduate?
Midway.
No, when?
Like 2019, like right before the
Okay, so
pandemic.
you're a young
Right
guy-
before the pandemic.
Young buck.
Yep.
Young buck. That's badass, brother. And before I ask you about where you get your songwriting, I'm pretty sure I have an idea. I mean, not songwriting, the whole guitar playing and all that thing.
Yeah.
But so was that something you wanted to do as a kid? Because right now you're still very, very young. And I see you play, brother. You know how to play. You record it yourself.
Mhm.
That's a very good head start, brother. So what was that? Something you wanted to do at a young age, or what?
My dad played guitar for so many years, and he gigged, and he put a guitar in my hand at like 6 years old. That's all I knew. And at 6 years old, you're gonna
Wow,
do
brother. Yes.
anything that's put in your hand at 6 years old. You're gonna do it.
Especially if your own man does it. Was that Mr. James?
That chord, yeah.
the
Here, if you hold this.
Oh, is that okay. But oh, that chord. Okay. Thank you, my friend. Is it gonna fall back now? It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great work over there to Texas T to the rescue. But as you said, you started around 6 years old.
Yeah. So I started.
Was it guitar? Was it both? Was it just everything?
It started out. Actually, it started out with piano first.
Okay.
So, as a kid, all my cartoons that I'd watch,
Right.
after I started watching them for a little bit, I went into my bedroom in my free time when I
Right.
had nothing else to do, just play my cartoons like
Okay.
on the piano, and I play the
Oh.
intros. And that's how I got started. My dad was like, "You know what? I'm gonna put a guitar in his hand, see how
Hell
it
yes.
goes."
Hell
And he
yes.
did, and it just happened.
Was your dad's house, or did you grow up with a lot of musicians around the house?
No, I didn't. It was just my dad, but my dad did,
Yeah. Okay.
so that's why
Yeah. Okay.
it stuck.
Yeah. Exactly. You know, I know your dad. And he went to MCC like myself,
Hmm.
but I don't think we went at the same time. I think your dad's younger than I am. You know,
Yeah,
you know.
he's 53.
Okay. I'm 52.
Okay.
Well, what the hell? I'm younger. I'm the young one, James. Damn. Finally. I finally got one. Damn. But I turned 52 last month. I'm officially really old. But so I knew your dad at MCC. I mean, I knew him, but I knew him at MCC, but
Yeah.
I didn't know him there. But I did know him around the music scene, just as Darwinell, and but dude, I like his approach to songwriting.
Yeah.
I like his approach to it. It's man, it's hard to explain. It's like a real songwriter.
Yeah.
He has it's hard to explain. Just with the band is cool, but just the guitar is cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He has that style. He's a cool. He's been in it for a whole minute. So
Mhm.
so I always assumed that you'd have a house full of musicians around the house.
No, not at all.
So it was just you and the guitar and you whatever instrument you had, I guess, right?
Yep.
So when did the guitar come in?
So guitar came in like I was 6 at the time when it came in.
Oh,
It was
right.
at the same time, like it kind of all meshed together.
And then how about the okay, were you even writing or were you doing the cover tune?
No, I wasn't even writing.
What
I
was going
didn't.
on vocally?
I didn't start playing like actual chords till I was like 14, 15. There was a guy on YouTube.
Okay.
I don't know the guy's name, but he's recommended to like so many people nowadays.
Right.
And
I'm sure it is. I was gonna say the same. We all know him, and you know what? That kudos to that dude. He's badass.
Marty
him. Yeah,
Marty
of
Schwartz.
course.
That's his
Yeah.
name, Marty Schwartz. Yep,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I learned by.
Yes.
And so he was doing like the basic G, C, and D, but it wasn't like a lesson on G, C, and D. It was songs that were just G, C, and D.
endless amount.
Yeah, and so that's how I learned. And I'm a quick learner, and it took me literally 2 days to learn,
Wow.
and I had G, C, and D down.
Whatever way it was. How about like in D and then going to flat 7? It was going to be like C and G. Did you do all that? All those combinations?
No, I didn't do that.
But
I
just
just
G, C, and D. But still, that was to knock that out that quick, brother. That's badass.
well, it's because I saw my dad do it so many times.
and you already had music in you.
Yeah.
You already
Yeah,
had
yeah.
music in you.
But I
So-
also already had rhythm as a kid. That's
Yes.
why my dad knew that I could play guitar. He was like, "It's gonna be a good thing because he's already got rhythm."
to have rhythm, let me tell you, that is the gift, and that, just like your dad said, that's what really identifies whether this person's going to do something or not.
Yeah.
Because I went to school with the dude. I will never say his name, but in high school, in college, because I won't say his name because he was such a nice dude. The dude looked like a rock star,
But he had no rhythm.
but he had no rhythm. All the gear, all the theory. He would study twice as hard as all of us. And one day, who was it? I think it was Mr. Frazier, R.I.P., one of my senseis. He said, if you guys would only study half as much as X, man, it's like, wow. But he knew that he didn't have it. He didn't have rhythm. And I don't know why. God, that dude was so smart musically, theoretically, theory. He knew all of that stuff. Why the cycle of fourths and fifths worked the way it did, starting on the major and going to Lydian. But he knew how to, but he couldn't play with the band right. He was counting. He was. We'd have like an improv class, and he had that sheet music in him, and I never did because I grew up playing music, especially in church.
Yeah, and
that was just there because these people needed it. I was ready to play, but he was just accountant. It's like, golly. I mean, nothing bad, but it's like that must suck for him because one of the smartest dudes in the room. And
the thing about me though is I could watch somebody play live on YouTube, and I can look at their hands and know what they're playing.
Yes, okay.
I don't look at tabs. I started looking at tabs about a year ago. I didn't start looking at tabs until a year ago. Right. So like I can watch.
I can never do tabs. I know it should have been simple, but my dumb ass it wasn't. I just relied on my ear and guessing.
Well, yeah, because I can't understand the whole.
It looks like just a puzzle or something.
Yeah, I can't understand the 1, 2, 3. It's the one's the pointer finger. 2, right. I didn't understand it, but it was just very complicated.
Actually, the way the tab I would studied was the kind where 1 was actually going to be F. You know, first fret of whatever.
Oh yeah.
And it would do that for each string.
Yeah.
So it gets on the solo part, you'd see like 22, 21, 24, 20. It's like, what the hell is that? I thought if I just sit down and try to learn how to play this damn thing.
Yeah.
Or make up my own damn solo.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Anybody want to do one? Who's feeling it?
I think we should go like this.
Let's do that. I'm sorry, the youngest one makes the calls. Youngest one makes the calls.
Is he the youngest one?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah. He said James should go first. Big fan of this dude right here.
Where y'all staying?
Do you need one, brother? I get one for you.
No, I had one. I just don't know where it went.
I got one. Give me a second.
Here, you want this one? Like I had to borrow it. Oh, never mind.
I mean, you can borrow mine.
Oh, that's
But big fan of this guy right here. When I first had this guy in my studio, they came in. Him and his band came in to do what did I do? 5 songs. And I was like, I heard this guy sing. He's like, gosh dang, this guy. 1, great singer. 2, this guy's an old soul and a young man's body because he's just got the heart. You got the heart, brother. I love the way you sing and write and the way you sing it, brother. A big fan of this gentleman right here.
Thank you.
What are we going to be listening to, brother?
Well, I was thinking about what he was saying about tabs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is a song I wrote called Songs Everyone Knows. So. Well, I'm just sitting here just thinking how to make money in Tennessee, where you can't be sitting there just thinking, gotta pay whatever they want you to. Well, I'm tired of singing songs everyone knows, and it's not that their boots are big, I suppose, that I'm just showing love my sound. Well, at least in that I can't be bound.
Well, sell your words instead of them being free. What you need is a little of this, less of that. They can all kiss my ass as a matter of fact. Because I'm tired of singing songs everyone knows. And it's not that their boots are too big, I suppose. That I'm just showing love my sound. Well, at least in that I can't be bound. Well, we've had a Hank and a Waylon, and they sing them songs about how I'm feeling. But I don't want the names or the songs. I just want y'all to listen and move along. 'Cause I'm tired of singing songs everyone knows. And it's not that their boots are too big, I suppose. That I'm just showing love my sound. Or at least in that I can't be bound. So y'all listen close, maybe we can be found.
That's what's up, brother. I love it, dude.
Thank you.
I'm telling. So, what were you listening to at a young kid? It had to have been Hank, because Hank is in there somewhere.
No, I was listening to My Chemical Romance.
Oh wow,
Eagles, stuff like that.
kick ass. So, dude, but I'm sure you've heard people say you have the similarities of you and Hank. You've got some, because
Well, he's got more hair on his body than I do.
Well, no, not Bocephus. I'm talking about the original Hank.
Oh yeah, he didn't have a whole lot of hair.
Not Bocephus. Yeah, but the original Hank, I mean, it just sounds organic like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, man, which is a compliment, brother, for sure. That's the guy that started it all. You know, sure, people can say, what's their last name? Let me think. What was Johnny Cash's wife's last name? I sound like a dumbass for not remembering.
I have no idea.
Anyway,
They should know better than me.
yeah.
So.
But anyway, her
I know her last name's Cash.
yeah, her family was the roots of country music. But as far as like badass singer songwriter, star status, and all that stuff, he started all that shit.
Well, he was the first person they told, "Hey, you need to leave."
That was rock and roll right there, brother. That was rock and roll right there. I mean, damn.
I mean, he also told Waylon the same thing.
Right. That's what's up.
I found it.
Dude, those things right there. Show it again. Wait, show it right there.
See these things.
Those things right there. If you let me tell you something, as the guy that's been playing music for a long time, if you put it on your mic stand or a mic stand that isn't yours,
It's gone.
if you play a benefit, also gone.
That's why I get this. This is the stick shift
This-
of all capos. Ain't nobody taking this.
Capo-
They see this and they're like, "Is that? I don't know if that's a capo or if it's a bass lure."
capos are the tape measure of the music gear. Let me tell you.
My dad just says it's called cheating.
I've heard that before.
If you learn
yeah.
bar chords,
You know
you
what?
don't need one.
People say that, but let me tell you. Here's why I think capos aren't cheating. It's just it's for a tone.
Exactly.
It has a tone and a ring that you want. Yes, I can play a chord, bar chord right here like this. But you're talking flesh versus steel, and that
Well,
rubber I'm
yeah.
talking about, it's gonna ring.
Yeah.
The flesh is not gonna let it ring like that.
Well, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. It isn't about cheating and all that. Those guys, you know what? That's dumbasses.
Yeah.
Hate to say that, but it is. It's
Yeah.
as far as that's part of what you're doing. there's a lot of open chords. You can play something like, matter of fact, man, I borrow your guitar with the capo on it. Man, you see yours, brother?
Yeah.
Now you can say this right here. That's cheating. Oh yeah, A minor. I forgot you B minor. Look right here. You notice the tone difference? Same chord, but it's brighter.
Yeah,
You
ring.
can do a lot. Now, check this out. I'm sure there's a way you can do it, but I can't figure out how to do this by bar chords. You know what I'm talking about? Can you make those transitions? Can you make those transitions bar chording? I don't think you can. If it is, it's some weird old jazz guy that plays flamenco stuff. But but as far as like commercial stuff, it's like. You need a capo if you want to play it right there.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
people say it's cheating. You can say it is, but you know what? I know what I want to do with that capo, and it's not going to be cheating because I don't know how to play that chord.
Boy, yeah.
You know what
Well,
I'm
I
saying?
see that with. So I play that 77 strip, and I see a lot of them old timers. They come in and they tell me that like capo's cheating, right?
Right,
Well, the problem is I've never once pretended to ever be a good lead player.
right.
Yeah.
There you go. It's another
I've
one.
always just been a
That's
rhythm.
it. It's right.
So when they tell me that's cheating, I said it's only cheating if I'm playing lead or something like that. Of course, I'm gonna have it open
Right.
if I was, but that's why I have a lead player.
There you go.
He putting somebody out of a job.
That's right. And all that stuff people saying, whether it's going to be, whether it's cheating or people say, just learn the chord. I've had people tell me that. He goes, just learn the chord like I don't know what I was like, oh, yeah, thank you, brother. But please, I'm a guitar player. I know the chords. I've been playing for 35 years. I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm just telling you the truth, what I am.
Yeah.
But I use my capo for a different reason.
Yeah.
I don't use it because I don't know the chord. I use it for the tone and the versatility it is because I can get to do a lot of cool open chords with that.
Yeah, because I do the same open chords, but I bring them up like 4 or 5 frets,
Right.
and it's a whole different
There you
deal.
go. That's
Yeah,
it, brother.
it's like Six Market Boulevard.
Yeah. So to break it down, people saying capos, whatever, it's cheating. It's not, and I can prove you wrong all day. Let's do one Texas T in his house.
Okay.
What are we gonna be doing here?
I'm gonna do Don't Go.
No, let's do it.
Okay.
Now this one we didn't do this one at my studio. We did this one at a different studio.
Yeah.
Tell me about this song. Well, tell me about this. Go ahead.
Okay, so like, really, I mean, this song I probably wrote like maybe for sure 10 years ago. I mean, it just took me a minute to actually get this stuff done, and here lately I've been making big progress with getting some stuff done.
Awesome.
So
That's what's up.
yeah, so but right now this is the only song currently out at the moment, So but yeah, so
Tell me about how the song came about.
I mean,
Oh, is this something you don't want to talk about?
no, I mean it's like just made up writing shit.
Okay.
So I mean,
Well, let me-
it honestly, it's not reflected towards anybody.
I like the way you said that because
Yeah.
I do.
So don't nobody get all full of themselves because it
Yeah.
ain't about nobody.
But seriously, what I was gonna say, me as a songwriter,
Mhm.
especially when I was really songwriting a lot,
Yeah,
you have to put yourself in a situation. You have
Yeah,
to get yourself
yeah.
sad, pissed off,
yeah,
wanting to do what. And because if you're an author of
Yeah.
a story. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't have to be your story,
right.
a story. You know what I'm saying? So I dig that for sure. It is
Yeah,
what it is.
well, like the stuff that's gonna be coming out, I mean that has a lot of meat in it for sure.
Right.
That's real. This,
Yes.
I mean, some of it's written and some of it's like real shit.
That's
so-
what's up. Let's do it,
So,
girl.
But all right, so here's this. Oh yeah, and I'm just words and chords. That's how you're gonna get out me.
Hey, shit. Hey, I'm down with that.
Don't hear you say you love me. Don't hear you say you'll be there for me. Don't hear you say you won't do this to me. Don't hear you say it won't happen again. No, no. Don't go. Stay with me. I could promise to be okay. Don't go away. I could promise to be okay. Don't hear you say you love me. Don't hear you say you'll be there for me. Don't hear you say you won't do this to me. Don't hear you say it won't happen again. No, no. Don't go. Stay with me. I could promise to be okay. Don't go away. I could promise to be okay. He said, stay, yeah, yeah, with me, yeah. He said, don't go away. He said, stay, yeah, yeah, with me, yeah. I could promise to be okay.
That's what's up, girl. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Oh,
There that is.
What female artists were you into?
Well, you know, like I said, like I really grew up with like more rock stuff.
So it was always dude singers.
Yeah, so it really was like always dude singers. Like my first band I ever knew was like Metallica.
That's what's up. I ain't mad at that.
And so
Shit.
like I don't know, you know, like whenever you got little kids, you kind of do whatever makes them happy. And so like I remember being little and they're
I had to sorry about that. I had just like right in James's faces the whole damn time. My bad, brother.
Yeah, they could see my facial hair.
Is that okay right there with
Yeah,
you?
it's good.
All right, my bad.
Yeah.
But I wasn't even thinking until I just saw that. Now it's on me. Hold on. Go ahead, girl.
all right, so growing up I was like well, like I'm like the 5-year-old, maybe 6, 7, whatever age I was. Like I remember telling my mom and dad I want to listen to the Lightning CD and I want to listen to the Snake CD. So I'd be in the middle of the car seat, not the car
What
seat,
was the
but
snake?
back
White
there.
snake? Or what was the snake?
No, no,
one?
like
White
Metallica, the Black Album.
yeah?
They had the snake on the CD.
I'm a
And so
dumbass.
I'd
That's
be
right.
back
The black
there like all
album.
head banging, like
Yes.
you know, like whatever makes the kids shut
the,
up.
The,
like-
the Ride the Lightning
yeah,
was the Ride the Lightning. 'Cause I was a big Metallica fan. Was for the hardcore Metallica fans.
Seek
yeah.
and
So that was
Destroy.
the Lightning.
All of that
album.
stuff. Yes.
Destroy it.
So-
The Snake one was cool, but that was the one
That was
where
the
they
Black
really.
Album.
That was the one that. That's the one that got them to the masses. People everywhere knew Metallica then.
yeah.
You know, before that, the hardcore guys knew. Of course, it was first called Metal Up Your Ass, but then it was called Ride the Lightning, and then Kill 'Em All. And then, of course, I think Kill 'Em All was actually before Ride the Lightning. And then, of course, the masterpiece, which was Master of Puppets.
Yeah.
That was the masterpiece for me. That
Yeah.
was, man, that was Metallica in its prime. That was the Led Zeppelin 4 of Metallica was for me that at least for the hardcore guys. Everyone else is probably going to wind up saying the Black Album because popularity wise, commercial wise, it was through the roof. A metal band playing top 40. I mean, in the top 40, that was unheard of. You know.
Yeah.
But,
It's
Well,
like a
Unforgiven.
CD that all the songs on the CD.
What's
is
that, brother?
good,
Wasn't
so-
Unforgiven? Unforgiven.
yeah, was that off
Yeah.
the Black Album? Was
That
was
is
it
on the
also?
Black
That's
Album.
gotta be
They
it
have
for me.
Unforgiven.
Yeah, I
and
got
then
you,
They
yeah.
have
'Cause they have a part-
Unforgiven too.
Yeah, they have a part 2.
Yeah,
That's
and I
gotta be
think
my
that's
favorite
on the-
too.
Okay, really? Yeah, it was a great album. It was a great album. Enter Sandman was on there, and you know, and all that stuff was cool. It took me a little bit to adjust because, like I said, I was such a hardcore fan from the speed stuff. You know, that was just like stuff like Battery. Oh my God,
Yeah.
Battery! What a masterpiece that was. You know, it took a while for someone like me, who was in there in the very beginning, or not in the very beginning, around Ride the Lightning era. It was hard for me to accept the Metallica that did Battery to the Metallica that did the Unforgiven and Enter Sandman. It was because it's way two different Metallicas.
Right.
But I was in it though. After I started grooving to it, it's like, okay, I can see them doing that. There has to be change. It was what it was, and I was glad they did it. You know, now Metallica's at a stage to where they can do whatever they want to do. They can do an album with all their speed stuff when they did that Big Four tour with the Anthrax and Megadeth and of course Slayer. And they can do that, or they can do stuff for people that have a lot of cash and in the corporate area that want to hear the '90s stuff. That works too with Load and Reload and all that. There's an audience for that. They have a huge audience, so you know. Metallica.
I think they're the only band to play on all 7 continents, right?
Dude, that we were just talking about that the other day. They're one of
Yeah.
the only bands that can play on all 7 continents and pack the house every damn time.
Well, they packed a boat in Antarctica.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, think about that. I mean, countries are one thing. Continents, okay? There's only 7 of them, and not everybody speaks that language.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of course you got your Spanish, but you know, like in Africa, people. But of course, I can see maybe South Africa liking it. It has to be South Africa, right? Or is that a continent too? No, South Africa's with Africa.
Country.
It's with Africa. So, but of course, they speak English there. But seriously, I mean, that's ridiculous to be able to play all 7 continents like that. You know?
Yeah, I imagine Africa must have been something. They probably did play in South Africa. I'm not quite sure where they played
They're
there.
still playing stuff like Brazil, where they speak Portuguese,
Yeah.
or even right down next door in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? They don't. People in Mexico, you know, they hardly don't. You know, hardly anybody speaks any English, but a small handful, and they're there singing probably all the words to Metallica songs. Isn't that crazy, dude?
Oh, yeah. Well, see, James Hand was from West, you know,
Right.
and I never met him, but I heard he played in Japan.
I'll try to get close to his mic, brother.
If he can play, when I heard about James Hand, I think he went through Japan, and if they can take country in Japan, I'm pretty sure they could take heavy rock in Mexico. That's for sure.
This buddy of mine told me a story. He was a drummer from Corpus Christi, a metal drummer, Mexican dude, metal drummer. I went to go do a recording session there in, early 2000s, maybe even late 90s. It was late 90s. Anyway, he was in a 80s metal band, and they were bled into the early 90s. And they went to go play Japan. They went to a McDonald's. Lo and behold, he saw Mexican construction workers. He goes, "What the hell? That was a big deal. We made it to Japan." I mean, damn. Of course, construction, but still, we made it to Japan.
McDonald's is the American embassy in every
Right.
country. When I went
It
over
is,
there,
dude.
when I went over there, it was KFC and McDonald's. The only difference is they use a lot of mayonnaise.
When you
on
went
their
over
food.
where?
When I toured Europe.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Tell me about that, brother, because you know you've told me, but what a fascinating story. For folks that don't know, James not only is a great singer songwriter, but also played sax?
Yeah, saxophone and an orchestra.
Wow, brother. Tell me a little bit about that, brother, because I mean to do that, and to get even scholarships. But tell me about that, because that really is something that not everybody can do. I can't even do that, bro. That is
So-
badass. I mean, still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was.
I didn't say it like Isaac can do. I'm saying, you're not going to get anybody to just tour the world like that.
So what we did is I got on with a college band, and I got a full ride to UMHB for the ATSSB school competition, and then high school. It was a competition that you give you a sheet, you memorize it, and you played it. Well, when I did it, I ended up ranking second best clarinet for my school section and the state for 2 years. And then that got me pretty much whatever I wanted. I had no inclination of going to college. I was actually going to join the Marine Corps. But because of that full ride, I figured, I got something here, so I stayed here, got on with them, went to Europe, paid my dues to get on it, And then we flew to Chicago, flew to Berlin, and then we landed in Estonia, which is a beautiful country. Beautiful
I have
country.
no idea where that is, because
It's this
you went
tiny,
to Berlin. I know that's in Germany, so I guess was it far from Germany or no?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty far from Germany.
Because I have no idea. Wow.
It's like going from California to here.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so went to Estonia as this little tiny country, beautiful though. And when we got there, it was Snow White, straight out of a Christmas movie, right?
What
got
do they predominantly speak over there?
They either speak German or Russian.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, the only people that speak English are retail sellers. So most everybody, they speak Russian and German. German is their English there.
Oh, got you.
So we came there. And
What was the cuisine like?
Oh, it was meat and potatoes.
Sausage. I
A
did
lot of meat and potatoes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did like
Well,
a
everybody
different.
there is huge anyway. That makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
they had a large variety of like different foods.
Not a
depending on
lot
where
of
you went.
salad dudes over
No.
there.
No, and actually everything there, the alcohol is a lot different from here as well.
And it's warm, right?
Well, and it's not warm.
It's
It's
not.
cool.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of places they don't use refrigerators. What they do is they keep everything in the cellar.
Ah.
Yeah. They keep everything in a cellar. The cellar stays about like 30 degrees Celsius or whatever, right at whatever they need it to be. I don't know.
Real quick, can I
But-
say something real quick?
Yeah.
Speaking about that, R.I.P. to a gentleman, one of my teachers in high school. Talking about that warm beer, Mr. Too Cold Dave. He was Mr. Scruggs, but he was a radio DJ also. He was always, and I always wanted to get him here in my podcast, but he can never make it. But he's been interviewing for years. Was in a shop teacher in high school. Man, he was just so much into music. He was known as Too Cold Dave as a DJ. He passed this week. R.I.P. to Too Cold Dave. The reason why I said that, he told me a story about when he was in the Army, how he learned how to drink like the Germans would drink, and he'd put his beer to his side when I'd give him a cold beer. I was an adult, got to go meet my, a good friend of mine, my teacher, Mr. Scruggs, and I said, let's drink a beer together. I bought him a big, and we both had 2 big beers. That's why I still drink them, old school style. And he put it to his side. He goes, "You ain't gonna drink it?" He goes, I was like, "Oh, I forgot. You don't drink it cold."
Yeah.
And he was in the Army, 18 years old. Back then, you drink.
You could drink there 15.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
And he was introduced to drinking beer German style. R.I.P. to Too Cold Dave. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you, brother,
No,
but I
it's
have
fine.
to say that. But anyway,
We did it. Estonia is quiet. It's like a Christmas movie. All of it is pretty much a Christmas movie. And then we left there. We played a couple shows there, and then we got on a bus, went to Latvia. Latvia is way bigger. It's like
Not like Lafayette. No, just,
Latvia.
did anybody get that joke? Come on, really? Oh, anyway, all
Lafayette.
right.
Yeah,
He
I
was
got
too.
it.
I smiled.
Keaton was too busy.
Gave a
Keaton was
grin,
too
yeah.
busy drinking his beer over there. But
No, but I got the
he
joke.
wanted
though.
to laugh. I
Yeah.
could tell. He wanted to laugh.
Got into Latvia, and I remember we stopped off. We were supposed to play a show in this town, and it was a tiny town. It was probably no bigger than Hillsboro. Like, it was not that big, but they had this huge coliseum
but with
there.
the thriving shopping market, like
Yeah.
not like Hillsboro.
Yeah, so they had this
The outlet
huge
mall.
Yeah.
Just dead and
Yeah, this is like 2 stores. But they had this huge coliseum with underground tunnels underneath it. Yeah, for people to play. And we waltzed that place out. They love waltzes there.
How are the acoustics in there?
Bad, dude. Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. I actually played a church. I played a church in Estonia, and it has the best acoustics of all the places I ever went to.
That place you told me about real quick though, that one underground.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it was cool because it was underground. Like
Yeah.
it was.
They didn't have
like,
air conditioner.
So was it still cool though?
Yeah, it
Wow.
stays. Yeah, it stays like maybe 68 degrees.
Oh my gosh.
It's nice down there. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So-
So if you're looking inside, I don't mean to interrupt you, but if you're looking inside, compare it to like a basketball court or a football field, or not
it's
that
probably
big.
no. It's probably half the size of a football field.
Oh, really?
But
Okay.
the back area is pretty large. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it's got like 3 stories underground.
Oh my gosh! Wow,
Yeah.
brother. But
So-
anyway, sorry about that.
Did that, and they had. So I was telling you about the McDonald's, right? They had this this hamburger place there, and I remember when we all got off the bus.
Don't tell me it was a Royale with cheese.
No, it wasn't a Royale
Okay,
cheese.
okay.
But they they had this hamburger
Did you get
place
that one at least, brother?
I got a little bit.
I got a little bit.
where they call a Whopper there. I didn't go to Burger King. But they had the burger place, right? We like for 12 hours we did nothing but ride, no stopping to eat, no nothing, because there's nothing out there.
Right.
In between cities, there's nothing. The USSR, all you see are border posts.
What
Right,
are
yeah,
those? What
like
are border posts?
They're like
Oh, okay.
checkpoints.
Oh, checkpoints. Got you.
Yeah,
I'm
so
dumbass,
all the
that's right.
checkpoints are empty, and they have rest areas, right? But nothing. So when we finally did get this town that we were supposed to play in, it's right on the border, but it still took a while to get there.
And how big a piece band were y'all?
There's 100 some odd people.
Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah,
wow,
it was.
band.
I gotta hand it to the
I
staff.
was thinking.
Yeah,
I was thinking really 10 at the most.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
No,
gosh,
no,
dang it, dude.
no. It was quite a bit. I had to hand it to the staff at UMHB. They really did pull some weight. Like
Wow, brother.
they were reining everybody in.
Kick ass. But anyway, continue.
So we got to this burger place, right? And it's the first experience I ever had with American food on foreign soil, right? And I was thinking, oh, it's no difference. You know, it's just like going to Dave's in Lacey Lakeview. No problem. No, it's like a patty, 1/16 of an inch of maybe beef. Maybe. Yeah. And then they had like 2 pickles, some lettuce. And when I say a cup of mayonnaise, I'm talking about like a Texas tea size.
Oh,
cup of
no.
mayonnaise. Yeah, I had a good buddy of mine.
I would have gagged.
Yeah, he sat there like we were starving. We got off the bus. We saw this bright neon sign, and we were like, "Man, it's like a Katie's, you know." Ooh, hoof it over there. Get in there, man. Give me the quarter. You know, give me this, that, and the other. Give me the number 2. You know, because they got they knew what they were doing. This is America's the only place they do the number system for food.
Right.
Everywhere else, you order food.
What it is, yeah.
Right.
Like a la
Yeah.
carte, kind of.
Yeah. Well, there
crazy.
they had the numbers. They knew what they were doing. So it was like, give me that number 3, get that number 6, just a fried chicken sandwich. Let me get this, let me get that large drink, and man, like give me the chips, you know, all that other stuff. And then when we got our burgers were sitting like 6 inches tall with 1 patty.
Oh,
Right. Oh, it
my
was bad.
gosh.
you pull you get the death grip on them, you know, and you're like, you know, getting in there like someone's gonna take it
yeah.
away from me. Pull it up in there, mayonnaise all over the place. I don't mind it, you know. I sat there. This is food,
can't,
you know.
I can do a little bit of mayonnaise, but I can't rock it like that.
No. I had some people, they got sick. They got real sick, and the food wasn't bad. It was just
Yeah.
not their culture, you know.
All the mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love the hell out of mayonnaise. I don't know what to tell you.
I think the worst story I had when I lived in Nashville, right off of Sawyer Brown, and right before Nashville, what was that place called? It was Nashville, but it was a suburb called I forget. We shouldn't have been there. Too many rich folks over there. And went to my buddy Russell goes, they have a Mexican restaurant here. I was like, bam, let's rock it. I was the only damn Mexican. I was ready to eat some Mexican food. Let's rock it. We got there, got some enchiladas, of course. Enchiladas looked like a brown beef gravy. I was like, I know you did not.
It's not
And
there.
it was just nothing bad, but it was just the whitest Mexican food in the whole wide world. It was just wild. It was not right. But anyway, it was made by Chinese people. It's like, what the hell?
So yeah, you got to be careful.
They,
you
can't even beat Tex-Mex.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it can-
that's what I'm getting at. So if you leave Texas, you leave this place, any place that says Mexican food on it, you don't go to.
I didn't
but-
know that.
Yeah, but if
If it helps, I didn't finish it. I promise.
it says Mexican food here, it's not a big deal. You know, like it's hit or miss.
Yeah,
But if you go somewhere that's not Texas and it says Tejano food on it,
Oh hell.
you know it's gonna be good. It's
You gotta
somebody
try
that
it
left
out.
this place. Nobody knows about
Right,
like,
that's true.
Tejano food
That's
but
true.
us.
That's
so
true. You know what? I'll give you that. That is
Yeah.
true, brother.
I avoid it like scurvy. I get around it. I go to the McDonald's, you know.
Dude, well, I don't know. What are your thoughts on Mexican restaurants here in Waco. Because let me tell you, there's a million of them, and I don't know who really rocks. I know the ones that I think that rock are the ones like, and I'm, of course, I'm Mexican. The tortillas are good. I'll give them that, and the carne guisada is good. I like the Leal's in Robinson. Don Leal's is pretty good, and the one in Hewitt rocks really hard. Other than that, man, I don't know who really rocks. I mean, La Fiesta used to rock a little bit, but their drinks are better. Their drinks are better than the food to me. Some of my wife's family, they kind of like Casa de Castillo or Nympha's. But nobody really rocks. I don't know. What are your thoughts on Mexican restaurant? I got to ask the white folks here in town.
I don't know. It's not in Waco, but there's a place in West that I just discovered.
Really?
Two
a Mexican
Amigos.
restaurant?
Two Amigos.
Two Amigos is bad.
Really?
Two Amigos.
Okay. Where's this at in West?
It's like, I don't know how to explain it.
So you got the tracks that run through town.
Yes. It's about the steakhouse?
Depends on which steakhouse you
That
talking
one
about.
that's right across, right by the tracks.
Oh, well, that's no. I don't think that steakhouse is open anymore.
No, it's
Oh,
not open
okay.
but
anymore.
it is over there. It's right next to where the drugstore is.
Okay.
So you got like Ready Brewery right there. You got
Oh,
What are you laughing about? What's the deal? You've been laughing for a solid 2 minutes.
Because I choked on my drink.
Okay.
I was
Like I'm choking on my own spit. So yeah, it's
You
over there right
you
across the
weren't on
tracks.
camera, now you are on camera. But I'll put it back on Keaton over
Get
there.
it off me.
Put it
I'll
on.
put it on Keaton. But anyway, go ahead.
I'm getting all red.
So it's right across the tracks, right there next to the drugstore, and we're Ready Brew and all that's and Czech American.
Oh, yeah.
What is Czech American?
It's Czech food.
Like what? Like
In
because I know. Of course, I'm a Mexican, being stereotypical. I'm the one that calls like the meat kolaches, even though no, they're not called
They don't
kolaches.
sell. Yeah, they don't sell that. There.
Gorditas or whatever.
No, what are they really called? Because they're not called kolaches. Like if it has sausage and cheese, what's it
yeah.
called?
Oh, it's got another name. Somebody told me the name.
Klobasnik or something
Something like that. That's right. And then the one with the fruit is the kolache.
It's an actual kolache.
I'm a dumb as a Mexican. I call them all kolaches.
Yeah,
but
they've been
excuse
telling
me.
They've been telling me that since I was a kid. I just tell them.
So
I'm
so
gonna call it
what
I
is
want to.
Czech?
I'm paying for it.
What
Yeah.
is Czech food?
Czech food is like
Sausages. I'm
meat,
thinking
it's meat, potatoes, and bread. It's all your
almost
staple.
like German food. I guess.
Yeah,
Like what was up? Like whenever you went to Germany.
but the difference is though that Czech folks they make their bread sweet.
oh,
Yeah.
that's not bad. That sounds nice. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact,
Yep.
Czech food is a little sweeter.
that
so-
sounds nice. I wouldn't mind that. Because Roadhouse kind of does that to their rolls, and I
Mm.
ain't mad at no Texas Roadhouse rolls.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If I really wanted to, even though my doctor says I can't because I'll die, I could have a whole entire meal of just them damn rolls.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. How about you, brother? Let's do one.
All right.
Keaton, all the way from the mean streets of Midway, around Panther Lane, somewhere between the streets of Hewitt Drive and Panther Lane. Am I correct at all or no?
A little bit. Close enough to be right.
But did you ever do anything, any kind of extracurricular like sports at
No, I never
Midway?
did. Whenever I was in school, I had a buddy of mine, you know him real well, Michael Saldana, and he would do open mics at the backyard, and so I'd go to the backyard like every week. So that was my thing. A lot of people played football, they had practice. And what I
Yes.
did is I went home and played music.
Badass, brother.
what I
yes.
did.
I love it.
All right, so I'm going to play a song called the Lakeside Bar Song.
Lakeside Bar. I can already think where you got the inspiration for this at. You play there a lot, brother?
I used to.
Really?
I don't play there anymore because I got burned down on it.
I hear you. I hear you. But I used to play there. Back. Everybody learned how to not cut their teeth there, but we've all played there a bunch.
Yeah.
It's a good hangout.
It is, man.
And
It is.
and I played there so much
I
that it
can-
was just,
You can do that. You can bring yourself out on that for sure. It's always a cool, but you'll come back to it.
yeah.
So same with myself too. And I'll always respect that place because they've always welcomed live music.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so shout out to Lakeside Tavern. Been there for a long time.
Yeah.
Different owners, but they still keep that name because that name still means something.
Exactly.
That's it, brother.
All right, so I want to tell the story behind the song. So, first time I went into Lakeside Bar, all the friends I've got now, that's how I met them, is at Lakeside Bar, and I met a lot of musicians at Lakeside Bar.
Okay.
Yep, and so the time at Lakeside Bar went pretty fast. It went pretty fast, just
Right.
because there was a lot of things that went on at Lakeside Bar at the time that I've hung out there.
Right.
There's been events, there's been live music almost all the time, and so there's a line in the song called there's a line in the song, and it talks about costume party. They always have a costume party at Lakeside,
Okay.
and so it's everything that I've experienced from my time hanging out at Lakeside Bar.
Also, their Bloody Marys are legendary. I've never had one because I'm not a Bloody Mary guy, but them things look good.
And I'll tell you what, their pickle shots are off the
That's
chain.
right. I've had them. People seem to think that the band that I like but they buy me shots, and I appreciate it. I'm just not a shot guy.
Yeah.
And it's especially because I'm always when the ones they give me, I appreciate it. But I'll hand it off because
Yeah.
it's always a pickle shot or the hot dams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I had somebody one time.
I was like, I'm not really. Thank you. But,
I had somebody one time give me I don't even know what it was, but it was like peppermint or something. It was like a peppermint shot.
And then,
Peppermint
and
spots.
you better not throw it up, because you'll have it one more time.
Yeah, it was all right. All right, so it's called Lakeside Bar. Good morning, USA, it's 8 a.m. I'm ready to start my drink camp, they say it's sin. Me and whiskey don't go well together. One day without nicotine, I thought I'd feel better. I walked up in this hole and I grabbed me a shot. Poured out $100, that got me a lot. If I post on Facebook, I'm not too far. I'm sitting with my friends at this lakeside bar. Well, I sat over here at this costume party, sat back and laughed at the way that they were dressed. Too much pickle shots and they were good. Those ugly costumes I never understood. Walked up in this hole and I grabbed me a shot. Poured out $100, that got me a lot. If I post on Facebook, I'm not too far. I'm sitting with my friends at this lakeside bar. Sitting with my friends at this lakeside bar.
Good job.
Kick ass, dude. I dig that. And you also, dude, another thing I noticed, you can play the hell out of a guitar, brother.
Thank you.
You play it. You can play it, brother. I love that. I
Thank
love
you.
that. So, like, is there anybody that you listen to? Let's just talk guitar playing. That you admire the way they play guitar, whether it's local, whether it's television, whether it's YouTube, on the radio.
So growing up, my dad was in the country and he was into rock.
Okay.
80s rock and roll hair bands.
Oh yes,
And
I was
so-
there, brother. Yes,
And so it was always
I had hair.
it was always either George Strait or it was Van Halen on the car.
Oh, I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him. You good, brother? You good?
But yeah, so my dad always he had on Van Halen all the time. And you know what's funny is as a kid, when I was in my bedroom, he was always like, "Hey, we're gonna watch this, and you're gonna love it." And I had no choice,
Was he right?
and I did because he had this VHS tape,
Oh wow, you
Uh,
talking old school.
and I had a box TV in my bedroom,
Oh yeah.
and he was like, "We're gonna watch this," and he put it in, and he had recorded an old MTV music video, like
Of what? Of who?
it,
Oh,
it
just
no
a bunch of
no
stuff.
it was like when they I guess my dad tells me
Not
this.
for the teacher.
Well,
Yeah, hey, hell
well,
yes.
my dad tells me this. I don't know it like really well, but when they used to play all the music videos, and he
That's
had
right. Cause
he
you're the era that doesn't. You're the era that doesn't really. You're not into videos like that.
no, but it was when MTV first came out. Apparently, I don't know, but
We knew about the songs before they were on the radio
Yeah.
because of the videos.
yeah,
That was
Uh-huh.
the truth.
yeah.
Before they even made it to radio, it was on video.
And he recorded it
That's
for
just
the
the way it
VHS
was.
tape. And well, he recorded it and he put it in, and VCR, VCR, not VHS,
right.
VCR. I
That
think
is VHS.
it's
A
VHS.
A VCR is the machine.
Yeah,
VHS is
yeah.
the type of tape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, all right. Make sure I'm talking
I'm
about.
old school girl.
Yeah.
Please
So-
don't eat the tape.
So it was all these people that were popular in the 80s. And basically,
James Hollingsworth.
it would
everybody.
be
Hey, you're good, brother. You're good. I'm just giving you a hard
so
time.
it would be like Hot for Teacher. It would be like
No, it's just getting weird. I just playing with you.
no, so it would be like Hot for Teacher. It would be Bon
yeah.
Jovi.
Hopper Teacher was the reason why I play guitar. She was laughing
Really?
at that a while ago, but let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, girl, real quick.
Hey,
I was a country boy, one of the biggest, and I was a country boy. You know, at age 13 years old, nothing to do. When you want to be a city boy, and you see that changed the world. It's like bam, whatever that guitar player is doing, I got to learn how to do that.
Exactly.
I got to find that school also. I never found that school like on Hot for Teacher, but still, yes.
And as a kid, I'll tell you, like, my dad showed me all the old videos of Eddie Van Halen, and he showed me the videos of like touring his his home studio and everything, and he would show me videos of just him in the studio. And to this day, I go on YouTube and I look up videos of people in the studio because that's what I love
Yeah.
to watch. I don't now, since I've been playing for a little bit, I don't watch people playing live. I watch all the behind the scenes because I love behind the scenes.
Okay.
I love the behind the scenes stuff.
Dude, I know you were I've seen some of your Facebook posts,
Yeah.
and at one time you were writing your stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you know, on Logic and all that.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. What have you got down, or tell me about that?
I have like a lot of demos that are done now.
Let me tell you, on Logic, really, man, I think you can get away with really a finished product. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, I use Logic. Let me tell
Mhm.
you something. The extra bells and whistles are the preamps and the microphones that I have here.
Exactly.
But let me tell you, with a decent mic and Logic, dude, I'm telling you, you can create a whole album, brother.
Yeah.
You know, the drums, if you really know how to work the drums right, sounds
Yeah,
like
so
you're
I
like
got a
real
MIDI
drummer.
keyboard. I got a MIDI keyboard, and I play the drums on the MIDI keyboard, and it sounds.
Like you're a drummer.
I've let people listen to the stuff that I've made,
Yes.
and they're like, "Where'd you record that at?" Because the drums sound exactly like they would in a studio,
Yes.
and they can't believe it.
I'm using those same drums for Texas Trouble stuff. And let me tell you, I'm very proud of what I'm putting out there, and it rocks.
Yeah.
It sounds very good. And as far as guitars, how I'm rocking it, I'm guitars. I'm even approaching it differently. Also, you know, I have a badass Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, everybody knows me. I use all tubes. I just love that. A badass Marshall. I've always been a Marshall guy. Badass Dr. Z amp, but I'm using the Line 6 Pod Go.
Mm-hmm.
those. I mean, let me tell you something. Just the headache of going. By the time you get your tone, because moving the microphone around, your inspiration is gone. Right here, I got my inspiration. Plug and play. Bam! I can dial up a tone. Bam.
Yep.
So in Logic right now, dude, I'm just going through it very easily
Mm-hmm.
because of Logic.
And you can get any tone you want.
You can. So man, yeah, you should continue trying to polish those things in Logic,
Yeah.
brother. But anyway, so I didn't mean to go on a whole deal about Logic, but you know, I'm a fan of recording. Obviously, I have a
Yeah.
studio.
So in my bedroom right now, that's everywhere I go. Where it's a thing I take with me everywhere I go. I got a laptop, so I can basically take it anywhere I want to.
Yes, another benefit, brother. A studio to go, dude.
Yep.
I'm telling you, that's awesome. Yes. So how many songs have you got on there?
I've got about 7 that are done,
Okay.
but they're not mixed and mastered or anything. It's just
Holler at me, dude. I'll give you a deal, brother. Let me tell you. You should let me holler at me about that, brother. Let me
Okay.
tell you, really, you should put them things on Spotify. I'll work out something for you, dude, to mix and master them for you, brother. Let me know. We should talk.
okay.
I'm not trying to get your business
Okay.
back, but I'm trying to get you to where
Yeah.
get your product out there.
Yeah.
The sooner the better. Let's rock. Let's get out there.
Okay.
I mean, anybody out there, I'm telling you, if you got a product and you're sitting on it, please put it out there. What are you waiting for? You know what I'm saying? Anybody.
Amen.
My band included.
Hallelujah.
My band included. What are we waiting for? Let's get to rocking this. I mean, right now it's so easy. It's so easy. We have so many things. Let me tell you, it's the old schooler to me about to talk, but let me tell you, I've been producing music since the 90s. I've been playing music since the 80s, producing music since the 90s. Right now, dude, it's so easy. Like I said, you have a studio to go. Back in our days, you know what a studio entailed.
Yeah.
An entire studio. And back in the old days, dude, I was the ADAT era. To go to another studio, you had to carry this big old box. It was an ADAT machine. That was the master, and you would carry that to studio. Bam, you plug it in. You put your ADAT tapes. Now they got to separate all these different channels and try to figure out what is what. There's hardly any labels back then. And if you wanted to edit something, you literally got a razor blade, and you cut it.
Oh,
with your
yeah.
mirror, and you hope to get it right.
That's how Merle did it.
You hope to get it
Merle
right.
did that back in the day.
Right now, yes, that's the way everybody did it. So what I'm telling you, if right now if you're being lazy, sitting on your songs, you're really being lazy because it's so easy nowadays. Put it out there. What are you waiting for? James, let's do one, brother. I didn't mean to go on a rant, my brother. But this man right here has been doing it. This man's been putting out his singles and getting ready to release it for radio. This guy's he's been doing it for a whole minute. Obviously by the way he sings, but man, I've known him for a little bit, and he's always all business. All business. I like that, brother. I mean, you got a good head on your shoulders. You know this is a business industry. You know you got to do something. So, like this next song, I'll tell you what. I don't know what you're gonna do next, but tell me about your next single, because you have a single coming out, but you talked about a video too.
Yeah.
So tell me about those real quick, and we'll talk about this song in a minute.
So this next one we're gonna do is called "Smoke Upon My Brim," and that's not this next song I'm doing.
Yes, right.
But that's the next song. It's actually, I'm gonna dumb it down to just "Upon My Brim." I actually wrote that song from Lakeside.
Yeah.
So I was in there one night and had a fella come in. I think it was Michael. Had me come up there quite often. I was coming up there quite a bit, like every Sunday for about 2 or 3 months. And a girl came in there, and she was just the jewel of the whole bar, right? Everybody wanted to talk to her. Everybody wanted to be seen by her. And there was a cat in the back. He just sat there and smoked cigarettes the whole time. And the whole time, it wasn't you. I'll just say, it wasn't you. But they had a guy in the back of the bar.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, you used to sit back there with your cowboy hat,
Yeah.
but you don't smoke cigarettes.
No.
So they had there was this older gentleman. I say older. He's probably my age. Just a
Probably
couple
my
years
age,
older. Yeah. He wasn't.
Admit
Yeah.
it.
He wasn't that far.
An old ass dude. How old was he? 52.
But he was just begging. Like, the way he sat back there, it's like he just posted up and just sat there smoking cigarettes, begging for this girl to come talk to him, right? And I wrote a whole song about it. And I had a really good friend of mine. he showed me a way of doing this that just streamlined it, got it done, and now with new friends I've made, I've learned to, if you're gonna put something out, make it the best you can make it look, and that involves a music video.
I agree, brother.
So this time around, I'm putting a music video out with it,
Yes.
and it's gonna cost me quite a bit, but that's all about saving your money
That's
from
right,
shows,
brother.
you know.
Well, badass. Well, congrats. But may I jam with you?
Yeah, come on. This ain't that song though. I will say that. This song is a different song.
What? I produced Smoke Upon My Brim. I played on it, remember? With
Yeah, a long time ago.
yeah, a long time ago. And it has like a small, in the background, some keys in the background.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Yes, that was it, yes.
I guess
Done
now
here,
we
done
done
here at
talked
the
about
Shack
it.
Studio, everybody.
We
Done here at the
we
Shack
done talked about it, so now I gotta play it.
I sit alone with you on my mind as you dance around me in halftime. I'm nothing to add, but much to gain. Well, I would love to hold the with you all the same. Yet here I sit, smoking cigarettes. Honey, watch that smoke dance upon my brim. I know, I don't feed the window gain. When I think of someone else holding you, it brings my heart pain. And that just ain't fair, how I love you so. And I know that I could prove that to you and some more. Yet here I sit, smoking cigarettes. Honey, watch that smoke dance upon my brim. I'm in for heartache, I'm in for pain, I'm in for whatever it takes for you to know my last name. This ain't the first time I know. I wish that I was man enough to tell you once more. Yet here I sit, smoking cigarettes. Honey, watch the smoke dance upon my brim. Upon my brim. Here we go. Well, now here we go across the floor. This is what you're waiting for. Say something to make her stay. Don't forget, don't be yourself. Breathe a little, I heard it helps. Don't forget to say your line. Ask her to dance. She feels inclined. Yet here I sit, smoking cigarettes, wasting my chance, watching that smoke dance upon my brim.
I love it, brother.
Holy moly.
Thank you for letting me jam with you, my friend. I love it, brother.
Thank
I love that song, dude.
So I made that joke one time we was playing. Was it me and Ethan was in here? I said this is the part like I said this is the part where I start playing, and Isaac sits back there and he just play. At the time it was acoustic. So
Oh, right, right.
he just walks all over my song.
Oh, sorry about that.
No. It's like I said. It's like, man, like, yeah, he's gonna throw it down. Most people don't think that either.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you pick up an acoustic guitar.
Thank you, brother. I just love music so much, you know. But man, what a great song
Phenomenal
that is, man.
player. Yeah,
No, thank you,
you're a
but you-
phenomenal player.
You also you paint a picture, man. That's and dude, I'm gonna get you in here many more times. Let me tell you something. All of you, I love getting my artists in here, but I want to have you here. This is I've told you before. But I smile every time. I have one of my very best friends, who right now his arm is in sling, working. But anyway, he's a great songwriter, great singer, and you guys, you're him. 10, 15 years ago, you look just like him, and you sing. But anyway, I don't know where I went with that, but I got to get you guys in here. But your style, brother, you're painting a picture. That's what it is. Just like my brother, my brother Russell. His name's Russell. He has a way of painting a picture, telling that story. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with you. You got some great skills, girl. You know, a songwriter, man, and they're trying to get the story across. And like you were saying, it can be your story, someone else's story, or made up person's story. But there's stories that need to be told all the time. People. There are endless love songs because everybody loves differently. They all feel everybody's had heartbreaks that are the same and different at the same time. They have just lived life differently and the same thing at the same time. So what I'm saying is, like, there's so many stories to tell, but I say the same because so many people can relate to these stories. Whatever story you can tell, somebody can relate to that. I'm telling you, they feel the same way you do. Whether it's a wild ass story, I guarantee you somebody's lived that story. You know what I'm saying?
So I was thinking about this with when you sang earlier. So I played at a Tokyo store the other day, and that song I just sang is actually a derivative of "Keep the Wolves Away." That song. So it's almost the same progression, but I've been listening to the song for a long time, and I actually had that progression.
I have no idea who is that. Keep the wolves away. I'm an old dude.
It's Uncle
Uncle
Lucius.
Lucius.
Okay.
Uncle Lucius.
I've heard of them, but you know what? That wasn't my forte. That was Chris Knight,
Yeah.
Jack Ingram guy.
Yeah,
But
that's
anyway.
that's why my guitar's tuned the way it is
It's a
for
good
Chris
song,
Knight.
Oh,
So-
hell yes.
So I had that progression. I played it at bars and everyone likes that song, and I sat around for a long time just playing that progression. Like I'd go to church on Sundays, I'd play at the house on the couch or something like that. I'd play that progression. It's one of them things like Blackbird. You've heard me play Blackbird a bunch.
Yeah.
So I sit there and I just play it. Well, I had that progression for 2 years, and I had that happen with that fella at Lakeside. And when I was driving home, and I was saying this about you because when I write songs, what I do is like it starts out as a scream.
Okay.
Yeah, so like you might be in the car and you just whatever you've got that you're gonna write about. Not all the time. I mean, like you might be writing a song about bunnies or something. But most of the time, when I write about something, it's something that I feel. So it's like a scream. It starts out as a scream.
Is it a melody? Is it a lyrics?
It's like melodies.
Okay.
Just melodies. Just sounds. And I got that from Uncle Lucius doing the deal. He talks about his dad.
Okay.
Right.
okay.
So when I had that deal, I put myself in that man's shoes, and I was thinking about like how desperate that is to sit there and do that. I mean, it's an old kind of way of doing things. I'm sitting there, but like you're scared of failing, therefore you never act. right? That's the whole
Yeah.
point of the song. And then failure. That's the whole like you're sitting there dealing with the fact you're a failure. You still haven't done nothing. You know?
Got you.
So I had that happen at Tokyo where Uncle Lucius came into the bar. He came into the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was telling him the same thing I'm telling you right now. And I felt that when you sang your
At
song
Tokyo?
earlier. Yeah. He came into Tokyo.
That is freaking
Out of all
crazy.
Yeah, he's
bars,
like,
go to
yeah.
I,
Tokyo.
know,
I
I
love
had to hear.
Tokyo.
It's like, did I hear what he's?
Yeah, he
Wow.
came into Tokyo. Yeah, he actually came to check Tokyo out as a venue and then stumbled. I happened to be there, right? So I played the song. But
That is a wild story. And you continue.
I was telling him that he asked me about I played Keep the Wolves Away come up, and he gave me props and gave me a tip and shook my hand, and then I said, hey, listen to the song. I just played him a song that I just played you, right? And he come up and he asked me, he's like, where did it come from? I said, it came from Keep the Wolves Away, man. Like the whole progression, the way the song is comes from that song. So I'm not saying I ripped you off. I'm just saying that's at 2 years of
That's what
fooling.
inspired me.
It's
Yeah,
yes.
fooling with that,
Yeah.
fooling with that melody and the rhythm and all that. It's like that's where that came from. And I told him, I said, when I write these songs that like pitch scream, usually like you're mad, like hitting the ceiling of your truck mad.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get to a guitar and you play the chords and stuff, you do the screaming. And I do it by myself. Like I can't have my kids running around like that. So I do it by myself. It's scream, and then I hit the key, and now the scream's in the key, and then everything kind of floats out. Melody comes out, and then it's like, what am I actually angry about? What am I actually sad about? Then you got lyrics,
Okay.
and I could feel that when you did
That's
that earlier. It's
wild.
like that's how it goes.
I have a question. It's a songwriter question, but kind of crazy. All
Can
right.
I dip out for a minute?
Like, yes, you can. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead on. Matter of fact, but yeah, and I'll fix this. But go ahead. Anyway, let me move this camera. No, you good. But I was gonna ask you, okay. And this is nothing. And I hope it doesn't offend you. But like your songwriting, the chords you play, we all know the chords. It's but the stuff whenever you played saxophone, it was very complex.
Yes. It was a
So
lot more
do they even work together?
Yes. So how that works together, it's not in the guitar. Oh yeah, that was chasing me outside. By the way.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Well,
when I
we'll
went
get ready to
outside.
call it a day here in a second. then.
Yeah. So the
I don't want to mess up my computer. That's the only reason why. But
so how that works with the saxophone, it's not actually in the guitar, it's in my voice. Yeah. If you listen to the voice, you'll see that it's
so
got
you're
a
making
lot of
like sax runs.
yeah. That's where it
Nice.
is. So
And like I said, I didn't mean to because I still write my when I write country, they're the same old chords that Hag wrote
Yeah.
with. They're just the same old 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 chords that I use with the occasional flat 7. That's why I asked. I didn't mean
Yeah,
anything
you
bad,
can hear it.
but your sax playing is complex.
Yeah.
I mean, you toured the world. That's why it's like, how do they work? And I get it now.
well, you can feel it. So like it's
I know we're gonna get ready to call it. We're gonna have you do one and have Keaton do one
So
and call it
it's-
a day.
it goes like
Yeah,
I sit alone.
yeah.
That trill down there.
Okay.
With you on my mind. You think about like dropping all the keys down on a saxophone.
Wow.
Boom,
Yes, I get
So-
it, brother. Well, cool. Like I said, man, I've always intrigued me because I also, I bring you up to my, I have a grandson. Well,
I remember he played trumpet,
Yeah,
didn't
he
he?
plays trumpet. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember you asking
I'm
about
very
that.
proud of him, and I always bring your name up about him. It's like, dude, I got this friend of mine that I'm telling you, he's very, he was very good, at what he did as far as playing in band or brass, and so I give him whatever tips you tell me, and that's why I asked you because the fact what you did was that was a very big deal, brother. It really was. It still is, dude.
How's he doing, by the way? Is he still doing it?
He still does it. He's very busy. He does that. He's always busy all the time. He's that. He plays soccer. Then he plays what's that other kind of soccer where you play like outside the league? It's no I forget what the name.
It's like All Stars.
It's like he
Right,
plays
it's for
that, and then he
soccer,
plays baseball, and then here we go all over again with soccer season, and then of course he's a smart kid.
Whoa.
And but I tell you what, one thing I brought up to my wife was like, man, he sure does look like he's always tired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he wants to do that, so that's what he chooses to do. What can we say?
Well, the key to success, regardless if it's music or athletics, is compete, compete,
Yeah.
compete. Because you don't get nowhere by sitting in a vacuum chamber. You have to compete with other people,
Ah.
and that's where you learn. You learn where
I
you sit.
agree.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree, brother. I've always been like, I've never been like, you know,
Well, it's not
Wa-
competitive.
wild
It's like-
wild and competitive, but you have to be competitive because here's the deal: you just do. I mean, it's just not you do it out of malice. You don't want to be the lowest guy on the totem pole. Here's the deal: I grew up in sports, especially a bunch of Mexicans playing ball. You didn't want to be the Martinez boy that was the lowest one on the totem pole.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
with the Martinez boys out there,
Well,
we
it
played
builds,
ball.
it
You know what
builds
I'm saying?
character.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yes.
what it does, and it
And-
teaches you something.
Yes, I agree, brother, and yeah, and for sure, and thank you, brother. And like I said, I know I ask you all the time, but thank you for letting me ask you. 'Cause that's a big deal. I love my grandson. He's a smart kid, and he's good at trumpet too. He's barely a freshman, so
From what you've told me, he should be fine.
we'll kick ass, brother. But like I told him, I was like, dude, and I learned this from, people can say whatever they want to say, but I'm a boxing fan. Has anybody ever heard of Pretty Boy Floyd?
Yes, I've heard it played before.
Not the gangster, the boxer, Pretty Boy
Oh,
Floyd.
never mind. Yeah.
That's the deal. But has anybody ever heard of Money Mayweather?
Yes, I've
Has
heard.
anybody
I've
ever heard
never.
Has anybody ever heard of Money Mayweather or Floyd
Yes,
Mayweather?
I have.
Took on Conor
Okay,
McGregor,
that's
yeah.
the same person.
Okay.
Okay, here's the deal. He turned whenever he turned into Money Mayweather, he made a choice. When I'm training, everybody else is going to be training. When everybody else is sleeping, I'm still going to be training. That's it, and that's what he's saying. And I told that to my grandson. It's like when school's over, everybody's instruments are going to be put in their closet.
Yes.
That's your time. That's your time to get your head start right there. You got a clean slate. You can use your ear. I'm going to hopefully turn him on to some Motown to where he can start using his ear, learn how to follow some of those leads, just to have that. Because so many kids, that what they read is what they learn. But are they playing from the heart? That's the thing.
So that's what you got, Keaton. When you
Yeah.
said earlier about like you come home and you play music.
Yeah.
We learned that, man. Music, always choose music.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that, brother. Texas tea in the house. Let's do one. What are we going to be hearing?
Maybe you could show a glimpse of my
You know
upcomingness.
what? I
How about we
think I
do
have.
something like that?
Let's
There's like
do that.
two little glimpses,
I hear
what's
that.
to
Let me
come.
see if it's on here.
Ooh, can you put Y'all hear that?
That was the one.
There's that other little one.
Let me see which one
It's
was
the
it.
little coffin part.
That one I don't have. I don't have
Here,
that
let,
one.
let me send it to you real quick.
Yeah. See if I can see if we can
Okay.
send it to me.
I thought I did send it to you.
Let's check
seen it.
this
Well,
out again.
When I looked you up, this is what I saw.
Well, let me see. Bam. And bam.
You know what? I'll see if I can get it. I don't know if I'll be able to get it or not. It might be too
Here,
late.
I just sent it to you.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able. Let me see. Let me try.
And then
You know what? It's not in my photos. I won't be able to do it because I got to
Alright,
put it in my photos.
well,
But let's
that-
see that one again one more time.
That one's even cooler though. That one's like cute.
I know. Well, you know what? I tell you what. Let's talk about this. for a while right now. Where do people see this? And well, tell us about your page or like your pages where people follow you at.
Okay, so I'll definitely be posting it on the Texas Trouble page. You gotta do the XOXO after it because my first page was hacked. But also on the Gaudy Photography page, they're the ones helping me out with that, and I definitely appreciate them a lot.
He's
for that.
yeah, he does great work. He does
Yeah,
great
so-
work. You got anything coming up?
With what?
Like your shows?
Oh well, you kind of know what I'm doing.
Okay.
So like, I'm definitely trying to finish like a couple more songs before I actually get out gigging, and hope to do
Kick
like a
ass.
album release party gig thing. So that's like That's
In the
the
near
plan,
future,
so,
gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But the video so is the video already made, or is it still working on it?
It's definitely in the process.
Process.
So like,
but you have done already. I was seeing the work, obviously.
Yeah.
But man, great work
So
already.
the last 3 days have been like constant video. But like the second day, which is
How are you
gonna be-
digging that?
Well, the second day,
'Cause he's gonna be doing one.
It
That
was
way-
it was all fun. You don't see any of the second day in there, but that was pretty cool. So I'm really excited to see how it all turns
So
out.
I'm assuming this is your first video.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so like
only more to come.
how
but
hard was
yes.
it to take the smile off your face whenever you were in there? Because you're
Oh.
you know.
Oh, right now I'm all giddy and grinning about
No,
it.
I mean,
yes,
but
'cause
during the
I'm-
video, I would have been excited too. I mean, it's your first.
Oh,
time.
because the first one, like,
Or was it? Were you nervous?
well, I was it took me a minute to get loose. We'll just see. Like, it'll only get better the more I do it.
We'll kick
obviously,
ass.
so.
We'll kick ass.
I felt
But-
that too. It's like 6 takes in. You're like, all right, now.
Oh, so,
Yeah, yeah.
now I'm
so
gonna
you've
be
already
serious.
done one.
Try to
Well,
take
not
you a couple
music
of shots
videos,
of whiskey
but
before
I've
you
done
get in there.
videos,
Yeah, I
yeah.
know.
So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I would be hard for me not to take the smile off my face.
Yeah, I think the second day, I feel like the second day I got more into it. Like, it felt more loose than the first day. The first day I really didn't know.
Where'd you
what to
shoot them at?
expect. Well, we definitely went to a bunch of different areas.
And
So-
that's the hard part, isn't it? That's pretty hard to figure out. What
yeah.
you're
So
gonna do.
it was cool because he wanted to get like a bunch of different takes of different areas,
Yes,
so
yes.
it just wouldn't be boring.
Did you have
So-
any ideas where you wanted to
No, I was very open with this one.
kick
So
ass?
I mean,
Well,
some-
he's a smart dude. He knows what the hell he's doing.
yeah,
so.
I agree. One of my songs, which you know about, obviously, I have more of an idea of what I want to do.
Badass. I can't wait to hear it. Well, we're about to wrap it up because it's thunderstorming. Let's do one
Yeah,
real
it's
quick,
definitely
Keaton.
lightning out there.
What are we going to be doing?
All right, so this is a song called "The Neon Buffalo."
I love it.
I like that hat. By the way.
Let me guess. Bad mushroom trip.
No,
Okay, my bad. Well,
it's about this. So during COVID,
I had heard that. I don't know.
So during COVID, I heard somebody say, I wish there was a bar that was like this. And it was a made up, somebody just randomly, one of my family members was like, I wish there was a bar. And they described the type of bar they wanted. I was like, I don't think there's a bar out there like that. And,
Not
and
rock
they
band.
described it, and I wrote about it.
All right, well, let's rock it because it's about to storm.
Well, I'm headed on down to the Neon Buffalo and drinking me 15 beers. Pour me up a shot and I think I'll have another as long as I don't fall out of my chair. It's time for Jaeger bomb, Jaeger bomb, Jaeger bomb, Jaeger bomb, Jaeger bomb, Jaeger bomb. Stop, and then I'll linger on home, right past the cops. Sleep in the back till I'm on my block. Crawl into bed and rest for a bit. Wake up and do it all over again. Well, I wish there was a place serving tacos and tequila that ain't hard to do around here. Well, it's Sunday fun day, 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 Sunday fun day. Where do we go from here? I'm gonna linger on home, right past the cops, sleep in the back till I'm on my block. Crawl into bed and rest for a bit. Wake up and do it all over again. I got a buddy Juan, he makes a mean margarita that ain't hard to do around here. After I drink me 3, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna linger on home, right past the cops, sleep in the back till I'm on my block, crawl into bed and rest for a bit, wake up and do it all over again. I'm gonna head on down to the Neon Buffalo and drink about 15 beers.
That was badass, bro. We're about to shut it down. It's about to storm balls here. Where you gonna be at, James?
I'm gonna be at Twisted Sisters tomorrow night.
Twisted Sisters tomorrow night. How about you, Keaton?
Or not
So-
tomorrow night, Saturday.
So I've got Barnett's next Thursday.
Barnett's next Thursday. And next week, I forget who the hell I'm having, but I'll let you know by Sunday.